balls you see in each of the groups to my right. The teams in pots 2, 3 and 4 will be placed in one of the other 3 positions in the group where they are drawn. Those positions are drawn randomly from the 3 white balls that you can see in each group pot. The one constraint to keep in mind is that no 2 teams from the same qualifying zone can be drawn in the same group. The exceptions, of course, are the European teams, as there are 14 of them. So all groups will have a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 2 European teams. That's why you might see us skipping through the groups from time to time in order to make sure that no 2 teams from the same region are drawn in the same group. Nice and simple. Okay, then, explanation is over. Let's get going with the draw. Maria.
Thank you, Gary. Никита Павлович, мы начинаем. Ничего страшного.
Well, it was very straightforward, and the draw begins with the former player from the Soviet Union, Nikita Simonian. And clearly, the first 8 balls that are drawn out are of the top seeds as of the FIFA rankings in October.
Russia.
Apart from Russia, who as the host traditionally are figuring in the opening match in Moscow in the Luzhniki Stadium.
And Russia will occupy the place of
on the 14th of June.
Gordon, if you'd like to take out the red ball to confirm that for us, please.
And again, Russia automatically goes into the position of A1 in Group A. I hope.
Got it. A1.
There we go. Russia, of course, will go into the position in A1.
Никита Павлович, мы с вами продолжаем. Помните, что в ваших руках находятся футбольные судьбы целых стран. So the next ball is...
It's just a suggestion that the entire fates of countries in the hands of these people. That means that Portugal will be the #1 team in Group B and will automatically take the position of B1. Reminder that all the seeded teams, the top seeds, the top 8, are #1 in their groups. And Gordon Banks will again confirm that Portugal will be #1, B1. Correct.
B1.
There you have it. B1 for Portugal.
Portugal, the current European champions, and have twice reached the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Now
so
we go to Group C.
Will be?
And in C1 will be the winners from 1998, their only success, France.
And France will go into Group C. Diego, if I can ask you to come forward and take the red ball, please.
And Diego Forlan is charged with the responsibility of making sure that this is going to be C1 for France.
Confirmation there, France C1.
Didier Deschamps scribbling it down.
Next ball, please.
He looks well for 91 years of age. And top of Group D, Argentina.
Argentina, 2-time World Cup champions led by superstar Lionel Messi.
A nod and a knowing look from Diego Maradona.
Of course, in the last game that got Argentina through against Ecuador, that will be a Group D. Diego, Group D, please, the red ball.
Formerly the coach of Chile before taking over the Argentina job. And a simple task for Diego Forlan, making it his D1.
D1 for Argentina.
Никита Павлович, снова обращаюсь к вам. Нужна
So we're moving on smartly now into the other half of the draw with Group E.
So the next team is...
Where the seeded team, the top seed is Brazil, the 5-time world champions.
Successful team in football history.
Yes, one of the favourites and with the most expensive football in the world, Neymar. Laurent, if I could ask you to come forward and take out the red ball from E, please. S'il vous plaît.
And Laurent Blanc involved for the first time. So Brazil will be E1.
E1 for Brazil.
And we have only 3 teams left in pot 1. It's Germany, Belgium and Poland. Никита Павлович, прошу.
Now let's see who is F1. Not Formula One, but F1. Just 3 top seeds to come. Belgium, Poland or Germany, and it is the last.
Germany.
Germany.
The reigning World Cup and Confederations Cup champions.
Yes, Germany will go into Group F. So, Laurent, Group F, red ball, please.
Jogi Löw there, who led his country to success in Brazil 3 years ago in the Maracanã. So Germany, as Laurent Blanc will now establish, are F1.
F1 for 4 times World Cup winners Germany.
What team will be the next, Belgium or Poland? Никита Павлович, давайте выясним, какая команда следующая.
Well, it starts to get really interesting in a moment or two once we've gone through the top seeds. For the moment, however, Nikita Simonian pulls out Belgium's name.
Belgium, and they were undefeated during qualifications, scored 43 goals.
Yes, one of the form tides in the tournament. Carles, if I could ask you to go to Group G and take the red ball.
A shot there of Roberto Martinez, the coach of Belgium, Spanish by birth. And,
yes, G1 for Belgium.
Никита Павлович, снова ваша очередь.
G1 for Belgium. So finally we're left with Poland. Automatically will be in Group H as the top seed. There we have it.
Poland with the super scorer Robert Lewandowski, who netted 16 goals during the qualifications.
Yes, and they will go into Group H. Once again, Carlos, por favor.
So far, so good. And Carles Puyol will pull out H1, and then we have all 8 groups
H1
confirmed
for Poland, and that concludes all the teams from Pot 1. We now move to Pot 2, which includes Spain, Peru, Switzerland, England, Colombia, Mexico, Uruguay, and Croatia. Maria.
Diego, let's start with you, please.
And Diego Maradona gives the balls a good shuffle. Now this is for Group A, and in the same group as our host nation, Russia. But this doesn't determine that they will play them necessarily in the opening game.
Uruguay, winners of the first World Cup in 1930.
Yes, they also won the World Cup in 1950, and they will go in the host nations group to find out whereabouts. Please, Gordon, if you take from A.
No emotion shown by Stanislav Cherchesov, the Russian coach there. But if this comes out 8-2 in the hands of Gordon Banks, it means the opening game will be Russia versus Uruguay. Knowing look. It's not.
A4.
A4 for Uruguay. That will be the last game in the group will be played between Russia and Uruguay.
Diego, otra bola, por favor.
Gracias.
2 strong nations there already in Group A. Now in Group B. Come on, give us a view, Diego. I think he had a quick, sneaky look at that one. In with Portugal. Spain.
Spain, La Roja, champions in 2010 with Carles Puyol.
Yes, and Spain will play against their near neighbours, Portugal, which includes Ronaldo, of course, 15 goals in qualification. But which position in the group will they be? Gordon, Group B, please.
Well, there were certainly a few gasps around the arena there, with the neighbours Spain and Portugal out together, the European champions and the World Cup winners of 2010 in the same group, Group B.
B2.
And they'll play
B2,
one
the
another
game in Group
in
B
their
will be
first
Portugal
game,
versus Spain,
which will be held
What a
in
game,
Sochi.
Diego,
Fernando
please.
Santos, a puff on the cheeks. Get a smile. Now Group C. So go in with the French.
Peru.
Peru.
Peru, they are returning to the World Cup for the first time in 36 years.
and they will go into Group C. Diego, if I could ask you to come forward, take one of the balls from C to determine their position, please.
Coach there, Ricardo Gareca, known as the Tiger. Born in Argentina, he used to play with Maradona for Boca Juniors.
C3.
C3 for Peru.
Diego, let's do the honors.
France and Peru in the same group, but will not play one another in their first game. Now, Group D and in with the Maradona's Argentina.
Croatia.
Croatia.
Croatia, they finished third at the FIFA World Cup in France in 1998.
Yes, Diego has picked out Croatia to play against his Argentina, but Diego has always been good with his hands. Muy bueno con las manos. We go to Group D, please, Diego.
Two knowing looks there between the relative coaches. The Croatian Zlatko Dalic and the Argentine Jorge Sampaoli.
D3 for
Croatia going as D3.
In the same group as Argentina.
Diego, otra bola, por favor.
Moving on to Group E, and this is the Brazil group. So a key moment, and out comes the name of Switzerland.
Switzerland. They played 2 tough matches against Northern Ireland in the European playoffs.
Yes, and they'll be in the same group as Brazil. Laurent, Group E, please.
Switzerland quarter-finalists 3 times. They'll beat Northern Ireland in the playoffs. And this will establish whether they play Brazil in their opening game. They do indeed. It's E2, so it's Brazil versus Switzerland.
E2 for Switzerland.
Yeah,
their first game will be against
Samara.
Brazil.
And we have 3 teams left in pot 2. It's England, Colombia and Mexico. Diego, please, next ball.
Just a reminder, you can't have more than 2 European teams in any one group, which we already have in Group B with Portugal and Spain. This is Group F, however, and it's Mexico.
Mexico. They were here in Russia
Germany
this year and reached the semis at the Confederations Cup.
And Mexico go into Group F with Germany. Laurent, F, please.
They are old adversaries, having met many times in previous World Cup finals. 2 of the countries who've played in most finals.
F2. F2 for Mexico, an opening fixture with Germany.
It'll be Germany's
England or
19th
Colombia, what team will
finals
be the next?
and
Diego,
Mexico's
please.
16th.
Those will do.
2 to go. Beginning with Group G, only England and Colombia left.
England.
England, the 3 Lions, your home nation, Gary.
Yes, and they'll be in with Belgium, a team we've played in the World Cup before, I remember, in 1990. Carles, if I can ask you to go from Group G, pot, please.
So England and Belgium going together into Group G. Belgium considered one of the favourites these days. They would
G4,
not
that
meet
will be the
initially,
final
but
game in
Gareth
Group G
Southgate
will
there, the
be
England
Belgium
coach.
versus England.
That's for him to plan
And we have only one
for
team
now.
left in pot
This
2,
means that we
that's
know
right.
that Colombia
It's
are going to be in Group
Diego,
H along with Poland.
check it out.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if Diego Maradona gets it right here. So far, it's been seamless.
Colombia.
Colombia hoping to improve on their 2014 quarterfinals result.
And if you could tell us in which position Colombia will feature in Group H, please, Carles.
Yes, Colombia with Jose Peckerman, another Argentine coach in charge. Their third. He's coached 3 different teams.
H3 for Colombia, so that's the first 2 pots done with. We now move to pot 3. We have in that pot Denmark, Iceland, Costa Rica, Sweden, Tunisia, Egypt, Senegal, and Islamic Republic of Iran.
Cafu, let's start with you, please.
Moving along quite smartly now. You can see the names of the 8 countries in pot 3, and Cafu is the one who is going to draw out the first name.
Egypt.
Egypt, the first ever African team to qualify to the World Cup in history.
And Egypt will go into Group A. Gordon, A, please. Thank you.
They have a goalkeeper, 45 years of age, who could become the oldest World Cup player ever. They've never won a match in the finals. So could the first match be Russia versus Egypt? No,
A3.
it isn't.
A3 for Egypt. Their first
Egypt
game will be
playing
against
Uruguay in their first game.
Cafu, the next ball, please.
On to Group B, which already has 2 European nations in. So now we have our
Denmark,
first
they have already
move.
appeared at the World Cup finals 4 times.
And Denmark can't go into Group B because we already have 2 European nations, so we skip a group alphabetically and we go to C. And Denmark will go into Group C, and if you could find out which position they'll be in, please, Diego.
No, you got a glimpse of the shot that Gary Lineker has looking at the computer, which tells him that they cannot be drawn in the same group as Portugal and Spain.
C4.
So they move up one into Group C,
final game in that group will be
alongside France and Peru.
Denmark.
Cafu, it's your turn again, please.
And then if this is a non-European nation, they will go into Group B along with Portugal and Spain. Cafu has the knowledge, and it is Iran.
Islamic Republic of Iran participated at the World Cup 4 times.
And now we go back alphabetically, so we go back to Group B. Let's see where Islamic Republic of Iran will be placed. Please, Gordon. Group B. B, please, Gordon.
Perfect explained. Carlos Queiroz is the coach of Iran, the longest-serving coach as well. They were the first Asian team to qualify, and they kept a record 12 consecutive sheets. Gordon Bank would have approved of that.
B4 for Islamic Republic of Iran.
Cafu, let's do the honors.
So as you heard explained, they go back now into Group B alongside Portugal and Spain. And we move along to Group D.
Islândia.
Iceland. All fans should start practicing the Viking club before next summer, including us, Gary.
Yes.
Not now, please.
Not now, and it's probably not the moment. Iceland, who have more volcanoes than they do professional football, is a remarkable achievement to make it to this first World Cup. Good luck to them. They're in Group D. Let's find out what position in that group with Diego. D, please.
Yeah, it's great to see Iceland in the World Cup finals, the smallest population ever to achieve the feat, just 330,000.
D2.
D2. What about that for an opening game for Iceland against Argentina?
Cafu, please, next ball.
Dear oh dear, what a start. Argentina versus Iceland in the first game of Group D, which takes place in Moscow.
Пожалуйста.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, they were quarter-finalists at the last World Cup in Brazil back in 2014.
They were involved in the group of death, and they were the surprise winners of that particular group, I recall. They'll go into Group E. Laurent, E, please.
Yeah, Costa Rica astonished everybody in Brazil by topping the group in which they were drawn with England and Italy.
E3.
E3 for Costa Rica.
So we have only 3 teams left in pot 3. It's Sweden, Tunisia and Senegal. What team will be the next, Cafu?
Into Group F. Oh, very serious looking.
Suécia.
Sweden dramatically defeated 4-time champions Italy in the playoffs.
And Sweden will go into Group F alongside Germany and Mexico. Laurent, Group F, please.
Yeah, Sweden knocked out Italy in the playoffs. Italy, the biggest name missing from the World Cup finals of 2018. They were runners-up as hosts in 1958, the Scandinavian nation.
F3.
Sweden in position F3.
But they avoid a first match
Cafu,
with Germany, of course, because that's already clinched for Mexico.
Just 2 teams left from pot 3.
Tunisia and Senegal.
Tunisia.
Tunisia, 5th World Cup for the Carthage Eagles.
And they will go into Group G with Belgium and England. Carlos, if you could confirm their position for us.
Tunisia were the first African team to win a finals match back in 1978 in Argentina. They've never won one since, though.
G3.
G3 for Tunisia. They will play their first game against England.
Cafu, last ball from pot 3, please. It should be Senegal.
That coach was Nabil Maloul, who you saw there, the man who won 74 caps.
Senegal went on to the quarterfinals in their first World Cup in 2002.
Yes, Senegal will go into Group H with Poland and Colombia. Carlos, please.
And Senegal into Group H along with the European side Poland and the South Americans Colombia. Senegal's coach, you saw him there.
H2.
Aliou
H2 for Senegal, an opening game against Poland.
So we're almost there.
And that concludes all our teams from pot 3. We now move on to the final pot, pot 4. The teams in that pot are Serbia, Nigeria, Australia, Japan, Morocco, Panama, Korea Republic and Saudi Arabia.
Fabio, let's begin with pot 4.
the last mention of those nations, Saudi Arabia, only appointed a new coach last week.
All eyes on you, Fabio.
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia can now boast about a 5th World Cup in their football history.
And not only that, Saudi Arabia will be playing against Russia in the opening game of the 2018 FIFA World Cup here in Moscow. What about that?
14th of June, save the date.
And if you could confirm that position for us, Gordon, please.
As you heard, we now know the opening game of the World Cup finals of 2018 in the Luzhniki Stadium in Moscow will be Russia against Saudi Arabia.
A2.
There you have it. A group of Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt and Uruguay.
Fabio, we're back to you.
The planning starts now.
Grazie mille.
Prego.
Fabio Cannavaro here.
It's great to have an Italian involved in the World Cup.
In the first game in Group B, it's Serbia.
Serbia, they were defeated only once on their road to Russia.
This is where we have to skip a few groups. The first time we've got a little bit of complication because we've got European teams in both B, C and D. We've got 2 in each. Therefore, we have to go to Group E. So I'll ask Laurent to go forward and take out the final ball from E, please.
Well, this is one of the complications of the draw with the 14 European nations in there.
E4 for Serbia, and that group involves Brazil,
Serbian
Switzerland, Costa Rica and Serbia.
The tough one. Fabio, please.
Into Group E, alongside Brazil, Switzerland and Costa Rica, as you see. And then we get back on track with Morocco.
Morocco. The Moroccans were absent for 20 years and now they're back to the World Cup.
That's right, and they didn't concede a single goal in qualification. We now go back alphabetically to Group B, where Morocco fit. They'll be with Portugal, Spain and Iran. And if I could ask Gordon to take your final ball, please.
Hervé Renard, the coach, knows that Morocco are going, having been in pot 4, into that position B3, and will be playing familiar neighbours in Portugal and Spain as well as
Islamic
Iran.
Republic of Iran.
Fabio, next ball, please.
Australia.
Australia, the Socceroos had thrilling playoffs against Syria and Honduras.
Yes, and Australia will slot into Group C. Confirm that for us, please, Diego.
Australia without a coach at the moment, following the resignation of Anish Postecoglou. So Ante Milicic, his assistant, is here representing the Kangaroo team.
C2 for Australia with France, Peru and Denmark.
And we have only 4 teams left in pot 4. It's Nigeria, Japan, Panama and Korea Republic. Fabio, please, let's do the honors.
And he'll be meeting Didier Deschamps to begin with in Group C.
Nigeria.
Nigeria, the Super Eagles were undefeated in their qualification.
Yes, Nigeria will go into Group D.
Well, that's
and
incredible.
Ask you to take
Nigeria
your final ball, please.
have played in the World Cup finals in every year final since 1994, and they've met. This will be the 5th time they've played Argentina. That's incredible.
D4 for Nigeria with Argentina, Iceland and Croatia.
Japan, Panama or Korea Republic. What team will be the next? Fabio, let's find out.
Just 3 to go.
Panama.
Panama, and we're looking forward to seeing them play in their first World Cup in history.
Yes, good luck to Panama. They don't go into Group F because Mexico are from the same confederation. So again, we skip ahead 1 group to Group G. So can I ask Carles to go to G, please?
Yeah, Panama qualified in incredible circumstances with a last-minute goal to knock out the United States of America.
G2 and Panama's first ever World Cup game will be against Belgium. Also in that group, Tunisia and England.
Fabio, please. Japan or Korea Republic? Who will be the next?
Leaving just the 2 Asian giants, Japan and Korea Republic.
Korea Republic.
Korea Republic, semi-finalists in 2002 at home.
And back in alphabetical order to Group F. Laurent, please.
And this evokes memories of the World Cup in Korea and Japan in 2002, when in the semi-final
F4.
Korea met Germany.
F4 for Korea Republic with Sweden, Mexico and Germany, and just one team left, Maria.
Oh, it should be Japan. Fabio, let's confirm it.
Please be Japan.
I think there's every chance. It is Japan to complete the draw for the World Cup finals of 2018.
Yes, and our final ball, please, Carlos.
Vahid Halilhodzic, there you go, coach.
H4.
Japan, H4, Poland, Senegal, Colombia and Japan. And that concludes our draw for the 2018 FIFA World Cup here in Russia. Before we move on, let's just remind ourselves of all the groups once again, starting with the host nations group, Group A, Russia, and an opening game against Saudi Arabia. Also in that group, Egypt and Uruguay.
Group B, Portugal, Spain, Morocco and Iran.
Group C, France, Australia, Peru, Denmark.
Group D, Argentina, Iceland, Croatia and Nigeria.
Group E, Brazil, Switzerland, Costa Rica and Serbia.
Group F, Germany, Mexico, Sweden and Korea Republic.
Group G, Belgium, Panama, Tunisia and England.
And Group H, Poland, Senegal, Colombia and Japan. So Gary, what group is